Welcome to PF!
At PF Youth Group, we welcome open minds and open hearts.
We encourage love, justice, and tranquility.
We resist hatred.
We open our doors to people of all religious and political beliefs.
We invite people of all shapes, sizes, and ethnicities.
We denounce exclusion.
We celebrate people who come irregularly or frequently.
We uplift people of little or lots of faith.
We rebuke violence.
We accept people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, and more.
Welcome to Pilgrim Fellowship, or PF, available for any 9th through 12th graders to join, no matter what their religion may be. With meetings every Sunday night from 7 to 9, you can expect a new and different meeting each week, some being fun, some being serious. The group
PF is a place where everyone can come together and kind of let down their shield. We're all pretty emotionally vulnerable here. We all respect each other's differences, and be sure that it's a nice environment.
It's an open place where I can be myself and not really be judged, and I really like that type of environment. There's not many places you can go in the world these days where you can just be yourself and not be subject to a lot of judgments.
Even if it's your first time, everyone will make you feel welcome and happy, making you feel like you're a part of the community. The youth that are part of this group are especially friendly and generally great people to know, so don't hesitate to stop in for a meeting.
As the one crawling this group, do you believe that a group with similar interests could exist nationwide?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, a group like this could exist anywhere that there's the will and the desire to create a group like this. To look for hope where there is no hope, and peace where there is no peace, and work and make for a better world. That's the goal, is for young people to be transformed into more loving and caring people, and to gain greater understanding of the issues of the world.
So how did you become an advisor?
Kevin actually called me after church one day and left a message and asked if I wanted to be I called him back and he asked me if I wanted to be an advisor, and I said sure. And so that was 3 years ago. And
the winter of 2017, I was attending a Baptist church in the Avon area, and I was looking for a more affirming church, and so I found the First Church of Christ Facebook page, and I hit up Kevin because I saw that he kind of headed the group, and I asked him, hey, is there any opportunities for me as a young professional to join a Bible study or something at your church for young professionals? And he was like, we don't really have a group for people in the 20s and 30s, but we do a lot of youth programs, so if you wanted to come and see what it would be like to be a youth advisor, you can. So I started to come to First Church, and I kind of got involved as a youth advisor, and that's kind of how it all happened, because I had been working with youth previously, and I wanted to kind of continue that.
I became an advisor right after I graduated from college with my undergrad. Kevin came to me and said we needed another advisor for the summer mission trip, and he asked if I wanted to come on board and be a part of that, and I said absolutely, and the rest is history. I've been with the group ever since.
Have you changed since becoming an advisor?
How have I changed?
I've changed a lot since becoming an advisor. I think previously I never thought I could lead a group like this, and so it's given me an opportunity to kind of broaden my horizons in that way. I work at Starbucks, so I've led a floor as a shift supervisor, but I've never led an entire youth group. So it's been really cool that Kevin has given me the opportunity to do that.
I'm more calm now. When I first started, I was a young 21, 22-year-old and tended to lose my temper a little more frequently on the youth. If things were going awry, I tended to raise my voice a little quicker. But now I think I do a much better job of staying calm and understanding what's happening in the moment and raising my voice and whatnot only when necessary.
I don't think PF is entirely responsible for me becoming a more confident person, but it definitely has always contributed.
Besides being an advisor, do you currently work or have any career plans?
I work in a hardware store. My major in college was creative writing, so I still write in my free time, but it's not something I currently get paid to do.
I just found out that I got accepted to Harvard Seminary. By going here and meeting Rev Kev and really strengthening my faith, I realized that I really do like ministry, and I've been led to apply to a program there, and I just got accepted. So I'm hopeful that would be some future plans for me. Otherwise, I'm kind of just still trying to figure out my life, and that's okay for me. So, yeah.
Do you believe that the participating youth could be strong leaders in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely show great leadership in the roles that they take on in PF and their ability to speak their minds about issues that are happening in the world with race and, as an example, or other things that are going on in the world, environmental issues and whatnot.
Oh, absolutely. They could. Every one of them could be a strong leader. Strong leadership comes from, I believe, a strong foundation, and being a part of this group helps build that foundation. Any one of the youth today can be a leader in their own way for whatever avenue they choose.
100%. Sarah doing her Sarah Stops Hunger thing, and so much other stuff that you guys choose to organize and do yourselves impresses the heck out of me. So,
a few years ago, we did a mission trip in Atlanta, and when we came back one evening, there was a homeless woman on the steps of the church with her baby, and it was raining, and she had nowhere to go, and so we let her come inside with us, and she stayed the night. And I was, as the leader of the group, a little anxious to do that because I didn't know if it's something we should do. There was something holding me back from it, and of course it was the young people who said, no, we really need to do this, and of course they were right. She stayed with us the night, and the next day we worked with the organization to get her the help that she needed. And I know that there were a couple students from that trip that went into the field of social work and to work on homelessness issues.
As an active youth minister, do you believe someone with contradictory beliefs could be a part of the youth group?
So the short answer to that is yes. For me, it's not about the particulars of your belief. We can believe some different things. It's really about your willingness to search, your willingness to question and to be honest about those questions, and your desire to follow. And I think the day that we say that we have faith all figured out is the day that we're fooling ourselves. It really is a journey. I think God is a mystery, and I love having those conversations with people who see it that way, who see it differently, and just kind of exploring together. That's how we grow.
As a member, what kind of activities have you participated in?
We do a lot of soup kitchens, which I love doing, because we actually talk to the people in the soup kitchens rather than just giving them food and leaving. We sit down with them and we chat with them and get to learn about how they ended up there.
At PF, we've gone on countless mission trips and retreats. So a mission trip, we'd go for a week and help out a certain place, and a retreat is we go for a weekend out to Silver Lake Camp, and we just talk about different things about our faith and how we are as people, and it's really open your mind up to how you, and change how you are as a person, because you become more open-minded. You can see different parts of the world and the country that you would never see before, and experience different stories that you would never experience otherwise. And so it really just makes you grow as a person in multiple facets.
I've been doing tutoring, and I've gone on the soup kitchen things.
The sex locking, I thought it was a very interesting way to talk about a topic that everyone might not be so comfortable with. But we kept it lighthearted, but we also got over a lot of serious and important topics in the night, and so I thought it was a really good experience, and we had a wide variety of different ages.
So I've been a confirmation leader. I'm on the board of worship. I'm a youth rep for the youth group. I serve communion. So
have your views on important topics and issues changed?
I definitely have a much broader perspective of the world. I've met a lot of people through mission trips, retreats, soup kitchens, etc. Just getting the opportunity to meet a lot of different kinds of people is an experience you don't really get within kind of a, the Simsbury bubble. But it's a really interesting experience to talk to people and to build relationships with people who you don't have a lot in common with, on the surface level, but, we're all human beings and there's a lot more to us than just our experiences, but it's a lot about our hearts as well.
How do you think you've changed over the course of being a part of this group?
A lot. I always say that I think PF was one of those things that really, really developed me as a person, and it just, I've manifested, characteristics about myself that I don't think I could have gotten anywhere else. And I've made such deep friendships with people who have just transformed my life and made me a better person because of them.
I came to Connecticut my freshman year of high school, and that's when I found this group. Back where I was from, there wasn't really, you were put in a scenario where you kind of couldn't show your emotions, kind of couldn't be like, say to someone, oh, I love you, or oh, you're like a really good friend to me. You sort of had to be stone cold. By coming to PF, it really helped me open up and be more open with people, being able to show my emotions, just me being myself as an individual instead of, having just a cold face all the time. So I think it really helped me become more emotional, more sympathetic, empathetic towards other people, towards other causes, instead of just being focused on me and myself.
So what kind of impact did this group have on you?
Ooh, baby. I'd say since I first joined and started attending, I've definitely become a much more compassionate person, especially through the mission trips. I've learned to care more for people, no matter their circumstances or what they're going through.
How widespread do you wish this group was?
I do want every person to be able to have their own outlet like PF. Every person, maybe every church should have something similar, and where anybody can go and be themselves.
Every person should be able to have a group of friends like this and people that they can talk to about anything, everything they need to or feel like they want to.
Where do you think you would be without this group?
I think I'd be really up in the air is a good expression for it. I probably wouldn't know what I was doing with my religion and where I wanted to go with it, but now I know that I want to keep religion in my life and keep being a part of the church.
I feel like I wouldn't really have an understanding of where religion fits into my life, because I just was kind of confused, and I'm still learning a lot about what I believe, and I think the main thing that I've taken away is that there's not really one right answer for religion, or at least I believe there's no right or wrong on how you interpret it, and I think that's the part where it's been the most interesting, because I've been able to feel the pressure of having to believe certain things and having to obey all these rules is gone, and it's just I'm relieved and feel like I have a new way to look at religion.
How have the advisors and youth minister been a part of your life?
So much. When we did some affirmations over the retreat, I think a lot of the affirmations I got from the advisors was that, they've loved seeing me watch me grow up and become a leader in this group, and I think they've played such a big role in that and been such a formative part for me in terms of growing up as a person, even outside of this church, but just as an individual.
The advisors and the youth minister, Rev Kev, is probably the best part about PF, because they're so welcoming. It's overwhelming. I remember when I first went, because I first went to tutoring Tuesdays, and I met Rev Kev, and he was come on board, come on the church bus, and there's such a welcoming feeling and kindness behind Rev Kev and his whole thing about 2 nice things, where you have to say 2 nice things if you say anything mean.
All of the advisors and Rev Kev, they're huge supporters of me. Whenever I need any help with anything, I can go to them with questions about faith or even things like school. If I need help, they're always here to support me and help me when other adults aren't.
They're more than role models, but they're also friends.
This youth group, mainly Kevin, has been basically a parent to me, because I really look at Kevin as like a father figure, and he has helped me through a lot of hard times and supported me when I really needed support.
I've started to like look up to them as role models, and like if I'm like down emotionally, I can like go to them, or like physically, like if I need to get school, I can just like.
They're some of the greatest role models in my life. Rev Kev in particular, every time I talk to him, it's almost like I'm talking to like a third parent. He means so much to me, and I can say that for almost all the advisors.
They've just been, they're like, I consider them friends like a lot of the other kids in youth group, but it's a different level. Since they're older than you, they can sort of be like your mentor in a way. I really look up to Ryan Beach and Evan Grossman. They're like, I don't know, just them being guys. Being like, I don't know, just the way that I speak to them, and like, I don't know, I just speak to them like they're like family. It's really weird in a way. Not weird, but I don't know, I just get that close sense of like friendship with them. And the other advisors as well, it's just those two stick out for me.
What does this group mean to you?
This group means so much to me.
I come almost every Sunday, and I just enjoy interacting with everyone, the youth and advisors, and just like that time of just, in a sense, kind of like worshiping it, but like in a different way, and just kind of being in a safe place, in a sacred place, and just enjoying that moment.
You know, I was a member of it when I was in high school, and it helped me navigate a very, challenging time. High school can be a very confusing, challenging time for a lot of people, and it helped me navigate a lot of that, and I've seen it help countless others, and it gave me lifelong friends. And I've seen it give friends to a ton of other people, and it give them outlets, and give them strength and courage, and so much else. It's one of the greatest groups I've ever been a part of, and it's just a huge blessing in my life.
This group is like community. It's family. It's really the people I go to when I want to have really important, serious discussions. If I ever had something major come up in my life, these are the first people that I would think of to reach out to.
Restoring faith in humanity.
When I'm talking to somebody about this group and I say, hey, you should come check out this group, or, I ask our young people to bring friends to the group, it's not that I do it because I necessarily want to have more numbers, although that's nice. I do it because I know what young people can get out of it. I know how it can change lives. I've seen it happen, and I want the more young people that can be a part of this program, the better, because I think it makes the world a better place.
It means having connections that I wouldn't have otherwise.
TF has made me feel a lot more self-confident, and I found a closer group of friends here.
It gives me a place to like connect with people, especially if I may not be feeling like connecting with people. It like gives me an incentive to actually like get out there and interact.
I have a really good family and stuff. Like, this group is just like another family, and like it's so great being with a group of people who are so kind.
It means everything to me. It's hard to articulate and put into words just how much this space and the people here mean to me, but it's become such a big part of my life over my 3 years of high school, and this church has always been a part of my life growing up, and so to really develop relationships with people who I grew up with is very important to me.
I'd say that this group does mean a lot to me. I missed it. I went to school for a semester out in Montana, and I obviously wasn't able to come, and I missed it. Like, I missed all the friends I had, all the connections, all the games we played, and talking about Jesus.
What do you want to say to anyone who would want to get involved and say it into the camera?
I'd say if you want to be involved in the Pilgrim Fellowship youth group, I think you should. It's a really great place to come, be yourself, be open. We do a lot of good work here. I really enjoy the things that we do for the community. I like putting a smile on people's faces, and PF does a really good job of doing that in the most friendly way possible.
PF is an amazing, nurturing community full of awesome youth and young adults, and advisors, and it's just so welcoming and loving. Like, we all just want to be friends. Yeah, I would just tell anyone that if they're interested in faith, regardless of what it is, it doesn't have to be Christian, you're welcome to come in here. I think our faith statement really encompasses the meaning of this group.
Do it. It's fun, it's awesome, and it's life-changing. No matter if you're here for 1 year, a couple months, or however long, I think it's life-changing. So
I'd say come on down and check it out. It's, you know, we're an open group, we're an accepting group. If you want to challenge yourself in some way, if you and are willing to question beliefs you might already have held, then come down, talk with us, and you might make a friend and learn something and grow a little in the process.
Do it. It's not corny or like cheesy or what you might think. It's a lot of fun. It's mostly about being a good person is what I get out of it, and encouraging others to be a good person, which, I mean, how can you not get behind that? So
Yeah, hit me up, give me a call, send me a text, send me, you know, whatever you want to do it. I would love to tell you about the group. Would love to have you be a part of it. Anybody in the community that is a young person in high school, anybody in the community that's a young adult and is interested in leadership opportunities, anybody in the community that knows somebody that's a youth or young adult, let me know.
It is an amazing place where you feel so welcomed.
I think you should definitely join PF because it, especially if you want to become closer with God, it really helps strengthen people's faiths.
The messages that we teach here are so great. It's such a comfortable place. You become really close with not only your small group but everyone around you, and they always say home is where the heart is, and this is really where the heart of the town is, in my opinion.
I would say go for it. I think it was one of the best decisions I've ever made, and there's so many people here who are welcoming and loving and accepting of you no matter, who you are or where you want to go. So I would definitely say join if you feel compelled.
So clearly all of the people had experienced really great moments with PF. A group like this that exists nationally could definitely have a big impact on American youth, and hopefully they'd gain powerful careers. Something like this could really be a safe space for a multitude of youth, so I urge all current high schoolers to either join a youth group near them or create one of their own. This group is such a great experience that everyone should be involved with. I'm different than I was freshman year because of this group, and I thank them for that. I don't know where it would be without PF, so I'm glad to have been part of such a wonderful group.
I just want you to think about your life. We think that it all has to happen right away. We think that we have to all of a sudden understand our homework. We think that all of a sudden we have to get great grades, and all of a sudden we have to be the best athlete, we have to be the best at this, the best at that. And the truth is, it's in the process of figuring things out that we learn the most, and we find God. We find out who we are called to be. That's what this is about. So I'll read this, and then 3 minutes of silence, and then I'll read it again. Above all else, trust in the slow work of God. We are quite naturally impatient in everything to reach the end without delay. We should like to skip the intermediate stages. We are impatient of being on the way to something unknown, something new. And yet it is the law of all progress that it is made by passing through some stages of instability, and that it may take a very long time. And so I think it is with you. Your ideas mature gradually. Let them grow. Let them shape themselves without undue haste. Don't try to force them on as though you could be today what time will make of you tomorrow. Only God could say what this new spirit gradually forming within you will be. Give our Lord the benefit of believing that His hand is leading you, and accept the anxiety of feeling yourself in suspense and incomplete.
No matter who you are or where you are on life's journey, you are welcome here.
And I want want to thank you, Grace, for doing this. So, and you've been a big part of this group over the years, and so thank you.
You're welcome.
If you want to join PF, just know it's a great time. There's some great people with some great advisors, and we do some great things.
Thank you. Hope I get an Oscar.
Because you're freaking me out that like we've never talked to Bud.
My smile. I need to like a recording of that sound. So I think that
You guys suck at this.
No, that was actually appropriate. That was we'll do a special question about couples.
No!
All right. Oh, I looked at the original way.
Yeah, you can have the
Because like better group of friends means that there's
friendship.
what?
You can't fake a moment.
Exactly.
That's what Gus.
Wait, are you filming now?
Yes.
You like put your arm around
Tell me,
her as
excuse me,
you're
she's
talking,
filming.
she's like,
I have less bone in my knee.
bone in my knee.
Yeah, I do.
All right, guys.